Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
I tell you that anytime we have to meet as an SM caucus, we discuss some of the pertinent issues that are hovering around our Shatta movement empire. The last time the SM caucus met was somewhere last month, that is the month of January, and the caucus has still been working, making sure, though we might not, or we have not brought many of the issues we've discussed online like this, but on a daily, we are still having our conversations within ourselves. But today, one has become very important, so we have to come out and speak to the people in the open. And we have about 3 issues on board that the caucus will be looking at today. The first one will be the fact that in my recent media rounds, I talked about Shatta Wale and award schemes, and some fans not understanding it, running to town and saying "Bush Bash." The next thing, obviously, would also be about Sir Choppenson, who, after some months of being away from the Shatta movement empire, we saw him around. While some people are for him, others are also against his return. Once again, what is the caucus saying? That is the Shatta movement caucus. And finally, if there is still some more time, recently we've seen the kind of love and support that Kwami Yogot has been showing to the Shatta movement don, that is the throne Shatta Wale. But unfortunately, the support is attracting attacks from other camps, where one of Stoneboy's security guards called Chain God, as well as Jinyame, and again some media attacks on him from the camp of Sally Frimpong on radio, saying this and that. Was again another bush bash onto him. And these are some of the issues that we would want to look at in the Shatta movement caucus meeting. Today's meeting is an open one, and representing from America, Virginia to be precise, is Gideon. Gideon Bwadi is representing us from America, Virginia. Yeah, that name, men like the other one, but not the Virginia. Men like the other name. Virginia representing live. And then in Canada, he's in Edmonton, right? Ekuba, you are Edmonton? I'm in Calgary. Okay. Representing in Canada, Calgary is Bernard Ekuban, and Ekuban is also representing us. That is the caucus. So the caucus connect is Ghana, USA, Canada. Very soon you have to add UK, so it will be like that sign. So Ghana, US, Canada, and UK. There, then it will be complete. So shout outs to exactly. So shout outs to Ni Jata. Shout outs to Ni Jata. He's the next caucus member we have to add, and the deal is done. So first, let's start with the Choppenson saga. And I want to believe on the day that we removed, or we got Shatta Wale's car from the port, many of you saw him in the videos around Shatta Wale's Voltage mansion. And obviously, the question was, is he back? Is he back? I have been dropping some hints here in the editorial sessions or segments on Sammy Flex TV. But what is the caucus also saying? I'm sure that is what we have to do. Let me go straight to Virginia first, America. They came on online first, so first come, first serve. Gideon, so we have all seen that Choppenson is around, and obviously you know who he is. You know his story, the betrayals, and the fact that he also delivers expertly. No two ways about that. How do you deal with someone who can betray you but can deliver? How do you deal with such a person, Gideon? What is your contribution? What is your advice in this particular conversation?
Well, first of all, let me say thank you for having me on once again. Shout outs to everybody listening and watching.
Oh, let me also add that I like your background. I like your background. Rolls Royce owner. Shadow. You are the shadow owner of the Rolls Royce.
That's right.
Gideon, let's listen to you.
But listen, a message to Shatta. Rose Royce, you don't quite dia o. You hear no kind of year, you don't quite dia.
I say you go.
Yeah. So at number one, he's not the only professional video director or I guess you call him what? What is his role? A videographer?
Yeah, video director. You can say a video director. Music video director. It's fine.
He's not the only one that knows how to do this. Even if he does a great job, that's fine and everything. We have other. There's so many that does great work. So he's not the only one. So, but loyalty and trust. And he has broken that twice. He's broken that twice. And this is business. Even though it's business, business still comes with loyalty. And he wasn't able to be professional about his business. When you are dealing with somebody in a business setting, you have to know how to communicate, negotiate, been able to express your grievances professionally. There's people that you need to go through. There's certain channels that you need to go through. In every professional settings, there's rankings. There's different levels of positions. If you have an issue with somebody, or if you have an issue with your work, you don't go straight to the CEO. The CEO has a supervisor that's above you. And then that supervisor has a director above them. And then that director has a VP above them. And then from the VP, you go to the CEO. You do not just jump from all these people and then go straight to the CEO to let him know about your issues or your grievances. And so what I think Sir Choppenson, what he did wrong was that he bypassed all of these people, including yourself, including Solash, including even Roland, who is part of your team. There's so many people that he could have spoken to get this situation resolved, but instead he bypassed also Shatta Wale, the artist himself, and went straight to the media, went straight to social media to put out his grievances. What did that do for you? That did absolutely nothing but cause harm with your relationship, your working professional relationship with Shatta and his management. You made yourself look really bad and try in trying to make Shatta look bad. I don't know what his motive was. I don't know if his motive was that if he comes out and destroy the image of Shatta, that will get him what he is asking for, instead of really sitting down and talking to management and ironing out whatever situation that is happening. But instead, you bypassed everybody and you took it to public of opinion, public judgment. And we all know that Shatta is not somebody that has a lot of favor in the eyes of media, bloggers, and other fan bases and everything like that. So I think he ruined his relationship. I think he ruined his opportunity to continue to work with Shatta. He could have been the inside exclusive director for the Camp Shatta Wale, which is big. That's a big contract for you to be able to be exclusive or be the main guy that they call first for any project, all because he could not be professional and he didn't know the right channels to go to when he had issues. But guess what? he knew the right channels to go to when he wanted to come back. When he wanted to come back into the camp, he knew who to reach out to the first time. And the second time, he knew who to talk to come back. But when things go wrong, you forget those people that allowed you to come back or spoke to Shatta to bring you back. You forgot about them and went to the public. So he was very unprofessional, in my opinion, even though he does great work, because I believe he did the Rolls Royce video and also Wash, right? I think he did Wash also.
No, he did not do Wash. Wash was Kojo Miles.
He did not do Wash.
Yeah.
Okay, really clean video. Very clean video. Yeah. I love Wash.
Yeah.
So yeah, in my opinion, I think he lost his chance.
Well, let me go back to Canada. Still, you are watching the SM Caucus meeting, as we prefer to call it here on Sammy Flex TV. And what we do is, when it comes to matters regarding the Shatta movement empire, we may have an open conversation or closed door conversations about some of these things. And today is an open one. Our first topic, or our first issue on board, is the Choppenson likely return to the Shatta movement empire and what the Caucus thinks about it. You just heard from Gideon Body from USA, Virginia. Let's go to Canada, Calgary, where Bernard Ekuban is there. Ekuban, on Choppenson, let's hear what you think.
Well, I would say the first time I heard this guy rant on social media with Shatta not paying him his money, and the first thing I said was, Choppenson must be chopped. You understand?
Pom.
Yes, Choppenson must be chopped. That's right. You know, because as far as people like us who are close to the family are concerned, we know Shatta will never let anybody do anything for him for free. You know, like even when you are doing a pro bono thing, you are going to walk away happy. So there's no way Shatta will take Choppenson's money. For me, my biggest issue was when in his ranting mode, he said like, "Oh, Burna Boy will not do this to me. All these Nigerian stars will not do this to him." Fine. When he went back to Nigeria, if he had gotten a contract with any of these guys, would he have found his way back to Ghana?
Big question.
Okay, so I would say this guy is like a user with whom you are only important to him if you are necessary. You understand? You are only important to Choppenson if you are necessary. Okay, so now he put you, Sammy Flex, in a position where if Shatta didn't know what you bring to the table and who you really are, in the corporate world, he would have cost you your job. You understand? He would have cost you your job because you put your head on the chopping board as far as the trust is concerned between him and Shatta to let him in. Shatta knew what he had done already. Okay? And then Shatta took your word for it, so he got the chance, and then he spat in your face. You understand? So now a guy like that, how do you trust him? One big advice I would like to give to this guy is a man's heart of gratitude will always open doors for him. Okay? That's what he needs to learn. A man's heart of gratitude will always open doors for him. Okay? Now, he went through Duet, right? That Duet is who he went through to get in this time, right? Solash. Okay. So maybe when he made a fool out of you, Sammy, with his behavior, okay? You, Sammy, didn't say anything. But he should know that when it comes to Solash, he may be walking away, picking up his teeth with a broken arm. if he pulls that nonsense. You understand? He has given himself enough strikes. Okay? Now he has to understand that the whole movement is taking a big risk by letting him in this time. But this time too, he has to understand we are going to love him from afar, not close range. You understand? We are going to love him from afar. He's not going to get to eat from our plate.
Hmm?
If he's coming to dinner, he has to come with his own plate.
No.
And I'm speaking in parables.
I know.
Okay?
I know.
So to me, he may be doing a good job, but he's that woman that they will say, your beauty will take you into marriage, but your character will send you back to your parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So it is a thing with him, and he has to put that in check. It doesn't matter how good of a videographer you are. If you don't have the right attitude towards business, you would always lose big things.
Mm-hmm.
I always say attitude is everything. If you don't give 100% positive attitude towards any links with anybody, you would always lose big things. This guy took Shatta Wale to the public court of appeal just to make Shatta Wale look bad. You see, Sammy, if you don't know the purpose for anything, you abuse it. He doesn't understand the purpose of having a relationship with a guy like Shatta Wale's empire. Okay? Shatta knew who he was. And that's why Shatta linked him up with, okay, Sammy, maybe you will give it a different approach, so deal with this guy. And he made a fool out of you. If Shatta didn't really know who you are and what you bring to the table, he could have cost you your job. And guess what? That would mean that the haters, well, they will say, oh, we said it. Shatta, Sammy was not going to last a year with Shatta Wale. So that guy opened up a can of worms with that approach. Okay. So me personally, he's not a guy I really like. I am very, very, when it comes to him, I have a very bad taste in my mouth. But what do you call it? Solange has given it a chance. So let's see what Solange does. But Solange also has an explanation as to what informed his decision to let him in. He also has an explanation. So you have to have a sit down with him. He owes the caucus an explanation.
But you know what? Just to add a little bit more to what you're saying is that, you know, in every professional environment, right, there will be times where things will be delayed. I'm talking about payment. I'm talking about delivery. I'm talking about production. I'm talking about so many things can happen in a professional sentence. But how you deal with it, how you deal with that situation when it arises, will determine your relationship with the longevity of the company and everything like that. In my professional career, we have equipment and items that we order, and sometimes it's back ordered for a month or 2 months, but we need it right away. But that doesn't mean that we're gonna go on the internet and put the company who's doing the delivery on blast and say they're this, they're that, because for the most part, they have delivered and things do happen. But when things do happen, how do we handle that situation? How do we handle it in a professional manner? Do we go and blast it out there and try to make somebody look bad? Because guess what? What you did by going on the internet and putting Shatta Wale's business out there and making him look like a bad person. Now, when Shatta Wale's career goes down, whose video are you going to direct again?
That's fine.
Exactly.
Whose video are you going to direct again? And guess what? You are also putting yourself out there that other people cannot work with you. They cannot trust you, because if something goes wrong, you're going to come put their business out there again. So he thought he was doing something bad against Shatta Wale, but he doesn't know that he was doing it bad against himself.
Oh, and also he should also understand that even in Nigeria, all these big stars that he was trying to use them to say they wouldn't do that to him. They know who Shatta Wale is when it comes to business. Burna Boy knows who Shatta Wale is when it comes to business. So he should know that he has also burnt a bridge with his own people. The risk
Well,
that Shatta Wale has taken with him, his own people are not going to take that risk with him.
Well, so I think great points shared so far. And I also remember the last time in one of my editorials, I said that at the moment, Shatta movement does not have or does not bear any grudge with anybody. But what we know best or what we know to do best is how to deal with people that we are not so sure of their trust. And those measures are being taken to make sure that, yeah, if we need him, fine. But if you don't need him, he still remains who he is and whoever he wants to associate with. A new video is even in the making, so I'll come back to tell you guys some more some other time. Now, let's move on into our second business, where I think over last weekend, I was out there talking about the Shatta movement empire, preaching about the good works of Shatta Wale and what have you. I'm doing one of my appearances on Onua TV, to be specific. A question was asked as to whether Shatta Wale is joining the Ghana Music Awards, aka the Telecel Ghana Music Awards again. And I remember giving this suggestion and opinion that, oh, to me, it's not right, or no, it's not right. To me, I feel that Shatta Wale is not in a position to go compete with any musician at the moment, looking at his career span and what he has been able to achieve for himself as an artist in Ghana. But if it comes to being a part of the scheme, because because he's part of this industry, and that in the near future there might even be the need to celebrate him, there might be the need to honor him for everything he's done. I think creating that animosity between him and them for life is not a way forward. So we won't compete, but at least we can just go and, as part of the industry and the music fraternity, you can also mingle with them, because Shatta is that friendly. Should he appear there right now, you see how the whole place will turn around, the euphoria and all. This, to some people, I don't know whether they decided not to understand it or it was intentional not to understand it. I don't know whatever happened. Some people explained it some way, and it came out like, oh, Sammy is saying Shatta should go to the music awards. Then, on the side, I had conversations with someone like Gideon as part of the Caucus membership, and he also has a different opinion about this. I said, well, openly, how do we handle this? I have my own humble request or desire about how moving forward Shatta can handle award schemes in Ghana. Not only TGMA, as a matter of fact, any award scheme in Ghana or beyond it. But others also have different or other opinions, and I would want to pick you guys your point of views on it as well. Maybe Gideon, you can still come forward with the award schemes in Ghana, Shatta's involvement, and how you also see it.
Right, I mean, bro.
Oh, bro.
and yet easy. And yet easy.
Easy. Hey,
Right.
Shatta movement for twisted no maybe nice. But you know, I actually I sent you a voice note of how impressive I really was with all of the interviews you went on. I saw all of them. And I was highly impressed with the way you express yourself, how you put the movement on a level that it was beautiful. So kudos to you once again for doing a great work. TGMAs or awards. See, we don't have an issue with award shows. We do not have an issue with any award shows. I shouldn't say any award shows. We have an issue with that particular award show. So it's not that we don't like awards or we don't want awards, because everybody who works hard, especially like Shatta Wale, especially at the level where he has gotten to in his music career, the things he has done for the industry, the things he continues to do for the industry, He deserved to be rewarded. He deserved to be celebrated. He deserved to be at the award shows and enjoy himself. And unfortunately, the biggest award show in Ghana is the ones that we have an issue with. And it's not because of something that cannot be mended, but both parties have to come to some kind of resolution. Prides have to be put to the side and come sit down at the table and meet each other in the middle and come up with a solution. But if you have looked in the past, the disrespect have been too much. From VGMAs, now known as TGMAs. The disrespect has been too much. The people involved within the committee or the board of the board, what's the other group? We have the board and we have the academy and exactly. There are people involved in those type of voting, those type of decision making, who has personal problems with Shatta Wale outside of the award scheme. So you see, it's not only in the award scheme that they have an issue with Shatta Wale. Outside of the award scheme, they have a personal problem with Shatta Wale, and also depending on which radio stations they work for or which media houses they work for, they carry that same attitude to that level also. So there's a lot of things that need to be mended. There's a lot of things that need to be resolved. There's a lot of apologies that needs to go around. And until that is done, we have seen the career of Shatta Wale continue to rise without the award scheme. Other award schemes are giving him his just due. They are awarding him for what he's doing. So this is not the only award scheme, even though, yes, it is our own. We would love for him to be a part of it, but we don't need them for him to elevate. We have seen Shatta Wale's career continues to grow without this particular award scheme. Once again, I want everybody to listen very carefully. I am not saying we don't need award schemes or we don't need awards. We are saying that we don't need this particular award scheme. And we don't need them to elevate anything about Shatta Wale's career or his music. We have been doing it. They banned him for 4 years in the very beginning. And they banned him again for another 2 years or whatever, and they lifted the ban. And he has decided, and we have decided as a Shatta movement, that we do not want to be associated with such award scheme. So right now, I think that even for him to go and enjoy himself at the award scheme will be a benefit to the award scheme and not to him. You know why? Shatta Wale pulling up in his Rolls Royce in the double R, parked in the front on the red carpet, pulling out in his suit with his freaking medallion on that he can flip to the silver or flip to the black with the SM symbol in the front. You see what I'm saying? With the SM symbol. Charlie, do you know what kind of attention that this nigga is going to bring to the award scheme? What are we talking about here? Who is he? When they drop Shatta Wale's music at the award scheme, we see the reactions. We see the crowd. And all the top artists are at the award scheme. But when they drop his music, we see the crowd. We see the reactions. So we know who the top dog is. So right, they need to put their pride aside and approach Shatta Wale and talk business. Because right now we're about business. Forget about the awards. We got Arama giving us awards. We got the Mobile giving us awards. We got UK giving us awards. We got 3 Music giving us awards. Very soon we're going to have the Grammys giving us some goddamn awards.
Yes.
I'll give you 2 minutes so that we'll wrap up with the first one. Then I come back again. The last time I'm coming. No, I'll come to you, Kuban. I want to be with Gideon still. I'll wrap up with him. Then I'll come back and start afresh with you. The last time I met with Robert Clark. When I went to Joy Prime, I met with Robert Clark and this issue came up. Robert Clark said to them, as the award organizers, as much as they know, they are even waiting for Shatta Wale to come, because as much as they are concerned, they have lifted whatever ban that was placed on him. It is the reason Stonebwoy is back into it. So to them, when they even get pressure like, oh, why are people not calling Shatta Wale? Why are you not calling Shatta Wale? They go like, we don't have any problem with him. We placed the ban on him for real, yes, because of something that happened. But we have lifted the ban, and to us, we are saying he is welcome any day, anytime. So when people put pressure on them, like you are saying that they have to put their egos down and go talk to them, they are saying that their doors are open. So how do we have that conversation now that they are saying there's no problem, and we in your case are also waiting for them to come and approach? How do we handle that? You can finish this in the next 2 minutes, so I'll come back and pick a Kuban.
I think that what they are failing to realize is that just because they lifted the ban doesn't mean they have communicated with Shatta Wale. They lifted the ban, but have they actually had a sit down with Shatta Wale so they can understand why he's not coming back? Because if you lifted the ban and you said, oh, we lifted the ban, okay, but have you met with the guy that you put the ban on? He has said that he actually cut himself and swore that he would never come back. You understand what I'm saying? So why don't you go talk to him? Why don't you go find out what his issue is and why he doesn't want to come back, and then find a way to resolve that issue? That is the pride that I'm talking about. Don't come in public and tell us that you have lifted the ban, but there's still an issue that hasn't been resolved yet. How you guys treated him, how he was embarrassed, even with the ban being put on him, was even done in the right manner. Shatta Wale is about business. This is not some child play. Music business is serious business. There's a lot of money involved in this business. There's a lot of image, reputation in this business. So go sit down and talk to him and put your pride aside, and everything will be all right.
Well, so I'll take a breather and come back to Ekuban to get his point of view on the matters of awards for Shatta Movement Empire, and the fact that TGMA came out for conversations just recently. Stay tuned. I'll be back right now.
Do you love arts? Look no further. Tetekwarshi Art Market is your ultimate destination for the finest handicrafts made in Ghana. From unique designs to authentic Ghanaian artistry, we bring you the best of local craftsmanship. Find us at Tetekwarshi Interchange, along George Bush Highway, adjacent to Evergreen Palms and the Talo office. Need more details? Call us today at 0244631771 or 0553209514. Come, explore, and take home a piece of Ghana's creative heritage. Tetekwarshi Art Market. Experience art. Celebrate culture.
So I told you we would take a breather, come back to continue with what we've started here on the Caucus meeting of Shatta Movement Empire, representing Canada, Calgary, Bernard Ekuban, US of A, that is America, Virginia, Gideon. I mentioned the full name right now. How have I forgotten? Gideon, remind me of the full name. Gideon Body. I wanted to say Gideon Body representing us in US of A, and of course Sammy Flex. I'm steering affairs right here in Ghana in the studios. In the studios of Sammy Flex TV. Now, Ekuban, let me come back to you on award schemes, Shatta Movement, the way forward.
Okay. Now, see, one thing we need to understand is, on one hand, we have a party. That is, when I talk of a party, I'm talking about Shatta and then a Shatta House. Okay. Now, we have Shatta House wallowing in pride. Okay? And then we have Shatta Wale floating on his principles. That's where the difference are. Okay, now on Charterhouse side, they think because they have the numbers and they are an award scheme, they can, you know, bully their way into Shatta's world. And the man is so principled. It's good to be nice and respectful, but be principled. You understand? Now, you lift a ban off these guys, and then all of a sudden, one just comes in. The other is saying, okay, this decision that you took affected me differently. So for me to be part of you, this is how I want to approach it. So if you want to relate to me with the same template as you used with Stonebwoy, I'm not Stonebwoy. I am a reggae dancehall artist. Stonebwoy is a reggae artist.
Africa dancehall artist. Africa dancehall king artist.
You understand? You see? So, what all that I'm trying to say is that Charterhouse should be able to write officially to Shatta Wale that, hey, we need you in our scheme. What is it going to take? Because whatever decision they took affected them individually on different levels. Okay, so they can't just expect him to just get up and jump on the bandwagon. It doesn't work like that. And above all, I am telling you, and this is my personal opinion and my personal take on this whole thing, that look, when this ban was placed on these two guys, Sammy, if it's not for the fact that it was going to lead to the failure of the Michael Mante's agenda of making Stonebwoy their darling boy, they would never even think of lifting any ban on anybody.
But they couldn't, honestly, they couldn't have kept the ban on them forever. That one day, regardless of whoever.
Nothing can be forever. But what I'm saying is, it took them, what, 2 years? Okay. It would have taken longer than 2 years.
Okay.
Because at that point, it will probably be Shatta Wale alone in their soup.
Okay.
You understand? But because they needed to carry on with the Stonebwoy, darling boy agenda, they had to swiftly turn corners. And then Stonebwoy couldn't wait. He jumped on it. But that's Stonebwoy's problem. But the way we want to tackle this, it has to be a thing that is going to help the up-and-coming artists too. So I mean, I'm telling you, what Shatta is doing for this, his comrades, it is going to take a long time for them to realize, yeah, it's going to get to an era where any musician who gets into any squabble with any promoter or gatekeeper, they say, yeah, that's why Shatta was saying this. Yeah, that always Shatta's principles will be the hallmark. I'm telling you. Okay? Because this man is exposing a lot of things. The last time we spoke, I told you Shatta Wale is the Floyd Mayweather of Ghana music.
Fact.
Floyd Mayweather is so hated in the world of boxing that now he has opened the doors to boxers being their own promoters. So the most of the money is coming to them.
Fact.
Gone are the days where you have promoters who will come up with a bunch of money, pay the artist an upfront money, and then they use him like anyhow and cash out on him. But these days, Shatta Wale has opened the eyes of artists for them to realize that anything that you do with me, I have to have my share. And this is what is causing the hatred towards him. Let me give you one example. What is the basis of a person like Kwame hating Shatta Wale? Because when they call him for interviews, he doesn't show up, right?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay. Why is it that when YouTube was calling Kwame to interview, he wasn't showing up?
But my nigga,
Why? Sammy, you see all these haters, I have one thing to say to them. If you see my way,
Hypocrites.
if you see my way, Sammy, you turn and say,
Come on.
Yo, hey, you the fire.
They shouldn't mess with us. We know what we are about. You understand? We know what we are about. They can't mess with us. Right now, the biggest weapon that you, in conjunction with Shatta Wale, have brought to the table there, Sammy, is the word called patience and principle.
Life be time.
All the stones that they've thrown at this guy, he has been patient. Patient. And at the right time, God makes all things beautiful.
Yeah.
He's one man, but he's always in the conversation. As we say, Shatta Wale doesn't need to be part of the award scheme, competing for awards or anything. Look, all he needs is to, that suggestion that you made, that you guys should even just go and sit down. If they even just see him sitting on the chair and they zoom him in on TV,
that's it.
Sold out. Ratings will be out the roof because people will be there to watch Shatta Wale. Those who will be expecting him to rant, those who will be expecting him to make a move where they can make their stories out of, oh, he's going to feed a whole bunch of people.
But you see what you just said, right? Brother, I mean, what my brother just said. The award scheme will not admit this fact.
No.
Oh yes.
They will not admit that if they even come out with a flyer, and you know sometimes when they do awards like the Grammys, BET, and all of that, what they will do is when they do the montage, right? They will say, oh, coming through or representing is Jay-Z, is Beyonce, is LL Cool J. That don't mean that they're performing or they're even nominated, but they're saying they're going to be there. Now imagine if they put on a montage or a flyer that, oh, Shatta Wale is going to be represented. Do you know how many people is going to tune in? Do you know what it's going to do for the award scheme this year? The award scheme has been very dull in the past. I ain't going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you.
Let me give you another example. You know the advertisement they did on the party bus on Freedom Street?
Yeah.
Look. So they were all expecting that Shatta Wale was not going to be part of it. So now when Shatta Wale's picture showed up, and it wasn't part of the small pictures, Shatta Wale's picture was bigger than Skilly Bane's picture. And guess what Ghanaians were talking about? They were only talking about Shatta Wale.
They're still talking about Shatta Wale.
Yes, the name is the $1 million name.
More than that. More than that.
Once you put that salt in the food, you are a chef.
Oh my wow. So Ekuban, I want your definite position before I move on to the very final thing. I want your definite position.
He shouldn't go and compete.
Okay.
And even if he's going to be part of them, it has to be business.
Okay.
You mean no? Wait. Let's get it right. He shouldn't go and compete, but he can go as an honorary individual.
Yeah, because it's an industry we are all building. You know, you see, in spite of everything that is going on, everything Shatta Wale is doing is also benefiting the industry in a way.
Fact.
Yeah. But I think that even if he's just going to go and just be part of it without competing, it's still bringing benefit to the scheme itself, not to him.
That's why he has to sit down with them and see what he's going to get out of it.
Exactly. They still need to sit down with him and find out what the grievances are so they can resolve that.
Okay. Because right now, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not the whole of the Shatta empire that is not really patronizing the awards scheme.
Yeah.
Right? But if Shatta Wale should come, it's going to be full throttle.
Oh, Charlie, come on. Of course. Yes.
You understand? So now, just imagine how many patrons they are losing. And this is another fact they will never accept.
Yeah.
Over Ghana population now, Shatta Wale has taken a big chunk. I said the one country will pay check, will mortgage payment.
Experience is talking. Experience is talking.
So that, and this, you see, the more they accept to say, yo, this guy brings something we cannot. And you see, and Sammy, the biggest thing is everything about Shatta Wale is organic.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Everything, every single thing about him is organic.
Mm.
And yes, I mentioned Obika Wakoto say I thought you know say the fact is he's in possession of the car. Why is it your problem?
Now, if it be easy, go collect some.
You better check your balance.
Okay, so we'll be wrapping up. We'll be wrapping up, I think, in the next 10 minutes or less. We have also seen some reports on Kwami Yogot, attacks on him because he has decided to support Shatta Wale's brand. First from Chain God from Beam Nation Camp and Sally Man representing the media, all because the gentleman decided to support Shatta Wale. Kuban, let me start this with you. I don't know what your take will be on what is happening, and again, if you have any advice for him. Already we've seen Shatta made a post about him that he's looking forward to do something with him this year, and definitely as an artist he would also need that, though he calls himself SM blogger at the moment, but I know he's still into music and he would want to do something musical with Shatta Wale. Your point of view on this?
So here is my thing. You see, at a point, Shatta Wale's story there, you try a bigger series.
Yeah.
Part 1 and 2.
See, at a point in Shatta Wale's career, there was a distance where the so-called gatekeepers or hater bloggers, they were using the up-and-coming artists against Shatta Wale. Okay, now this man kept on moving and pushing, and then he picked up his militants, and he came up with the Kumerica thing, and then that died down a bit. Now it got to a point where they realized, okay, we couldn't defeat him with that scheme. Okay, so now if you're an up-and-comer and you become pro-Shatta Wale, the so-called gatekeepers, they will jump on you with that fear and timidity. Hence, the start of the "we will cancel you." I've seen on the Dusty tell an artist right in Adum Studios, "We will make sure we don't play your music," and the Dusty has said that. Saliman tried to get Shatta Wale cancelled. It didn't work. So now, of all that they've done, they were never able to bring Shatta Wale down.
Yeah.
So guess what? They have to take another route. Okay. So now anybody who is close to Shatta Wale has to get the hit from these people. What is Saliman's problem? Is Saliman an artist?
No.
And why is she going around as if Stonebwoy is not my untouchable? Then why are you losing breath over issues concerning Stonebwoy? Like, why are you losing breath over issues concerning Stonebwoy? If Kwami Yogot has said something which, honestly, he went a little too far, I don't really, you know. But
yeah, some
aside,
of the areas he went to, I
yeah,
also think
yeah.
were extreme.
And we apologize. You know, come what may, no matter what differences we have with Stonebwoy or whatever, you know, Stonebwoy is one of our biggest exports. So we have to give him that respect.
Please, big boy, I don't mean to cut you off. What exactly did Kwame Yogot said that the worst things haven't been said about us? And remember,
That's where I'm coming to. That's where I'm coming to.
So no. See, this is the thing. Why are we apologizing? Why are we taking the high road?
For the fact that they are comrades. You understand? For the fact that they are comrades, we could settle. You see, monkeys play by size. Let artists deal with artists. And
but
that's what the so-called gatekeeper, stay behind and do your blogging or panditry. But don't try to start a movement against the talent. You understand? They always focus on what people are doing and what they are actually doing. They are artists. They are not it's Kwami Yogot is not Saliman's nephew or family member, where you say, oh, I will check you. Kwami Yogot doesn't come to you for food. You understand? And then this woman will go and sit on TV and say, oh, Mempesa, Obiaba can't in Kwasiasemacha. Who Salima one that can't Kwasiasem?
That's a big question.
Who they can't Kwasiasem? What can Kwasiasemacha? You even went to the step of saying Shatta Wale will commit suicide. And then you jump on Shatta Wale, and then when somebody is saying, oh, whatever you are saying about Shatta Wale is somebody we need to protect, you say, why are they mentioning Shatta Wale? And then they also say about Shatta Wale. Also say about Shatta Wale. And then one thing I will advise Ajimando, look, you know there are segments they call Menametete.
Yeah.
That's the name of that show.
Yeah, the segment, yeah.
Okay. Maybe, respectfully, maybe they should sit down and reconsider the name of the show. Because if Menametete, the explanation Ajuman gave me himself is he has pundits on the show who go around, listening to what is going on in the industry, and then they come to discuss it. So when I'm now Titia, Councillor Lutrot to one time, and also says Saliman, Shatta Wale Asem. It is what watching us or come. Why should he address it? Now, Councillor Lutrot is one thing. You understand? Councillor Lutrot is one thing. And also heavy. And all he's saying says Shatta Wale is an artist we need to protect. He's a national asset. And so is Kwami Yogot, because the one that who Saliman you are protecting was somewhere low, and then gradually he came up. And he became one of your biggest.
Yeah.
If we block Kwami Yogot's strength and we cancel him, how big is he going to get? Ambula was once a 19-year-old. Right now he's in his 80s.
Yeah.
They are not going to play forever. Papa Yankson is gone. Eddie Crescent is gone. We are still looking for artists to export the arts of Ghana. So who are you to cancel people? Who made you? Me and Mama Jamie, she should learn to clear her throat when she's talking. Because sometimes she talks so much that she sounds like Louis Armstrong.
Hey, Tobo.
No. You see, that girl needs to have some discipline, because you can't go to Ajiman's show. Me, I can tell you, Ajiman, and please let Ajiman cut this segment and show Ajiman. Look, Saliman doesn't show him respect on the show. Saliman doesn't show him respect. She makes Ajiman feel like he has no balls.
Yes.
And then you have Sammy Rasta singing the backup vocals. Come on, man.
Okay.
If the media is for education, information, and what is the third one?
entertain, inform, and educate.
Entertain, exactly. Then let's stick to that. Because first of all, be objective. What research did you do on it that you want to put it on the table for discussion? And at the end of it, if it is negative, what is the positive you can bring to it? And that's a work just to create sensationalism. Okay, it is Taliban who person will be back campus and someone tell who should jack was
all right. Gideon, take over from there and let's wrap up. Let me also get your opinion on attacks on Kwami Yogot for showing love to Shatta Wale.
First of all, I am very I don't know how to say this, but I have never seen anything like this before.
Anything like what? Anything like what exactly?
Where an artist who is in the same industry with another artist would decide to use his personality, his fan base, everything that he has built to support another artist. See, this goes to tell you how great Shatta Wale is. This goes to tell you whatever we see in Shatta Wale, the reason why we support him, the reason why we follow him, the reason why we show him love, the reason why a 4-minute performance has created such a great impact, not just on his career, but has brought respect and a level of vibrancy in the Ghana music industry. This should go and tell you that a Rolls Royce can lift up the entire music industry. A double R life, a voltage palace can shake up the whole entire continent of Africa, including Ghana. This should tell you that the name Shatta Wale, the African dancehall king, Charlie, is not somebody you play with.
Yeah.
What did Kwame Yogot see in Shatta Wale that he will put his career aside to dedicate his life to promoting Shatta Wale when Shatta Wale hasn't asked him to do anything?
Nothing.
You see, all Kwame Yogot did was show Shatta Wale love. That's his crime. That's that's Kwame Yogot's crime. Let's look at everything from the genesis. What did Kwame Yogot do wrong to warrant the hate that he was getting from the Beam camp? Kwame Yogot was minding his business promoting Shatta Wale. That's what he was doing. But then the Beam camp started insulting him, started saying stuff about him. That why have you put your career aside to be a blogger for Shatta Wale, to promote Shatta Wale? What happened to your career? Why have you lowered yourself? Why have you cheapened yourself? This is where the genesis of everything began. So I said, say Ednan didn't see it, and I said, then I send it by.
Yeah.
So Kwame Yogot was receiving a lot of hate from the Beam camp. People disrespecting him. So what did he do? Maybe he could have reserved his anger a little bit and not go to the level that he went to, but he's also human. Yeah. So he started taking some shots. So when he took those shots, now you guys don't like the shots. Now you see how painful it is when people shoot at you for no reason. And that's what Saliman has been doing to Shatta Wale for a long time. You've been shooting down at this man for no reason for so long. That's what DJ Slim has been doing. What is worse and more disrespectful than somebody saying, I'm going to take your concert ticket to wipe my ass with it?
That's right.
That is the most disrespectful thing anybody can say to an artist. And what did the industry do about it? Absolutely nothing.
And the biggest one at that. And the biggest one too.
Nothing is done about it. The disrespect that Shatta Wale has received from the industry. But all of a sudden, Kwame Yogot comes out to defend himself. And in the process of defending himself, he threw some shots and some shade at your man. Now, all of a sudden, you want to come and threaten his life? Come on, bro. You're doing that from Germany or wherever the hell you are. You ain't gangster. Nigga, you gangster on live? You doing videos, you gangster on live, my nigga? Huh? What we do this at? Nigga can be gangster on TV and on radio. Nigga,
go stand in front of the law and prove gangster. Let's see.
Nigga, you ain't gangster. You ain't doing that. You don't scare nobody. If you think you got people's, Kwame Yogot got people's too, my nigga. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about here? And Salimah, all of a sudden, you don't like that, right? You don't like that somebody you love and support is being attacked. Well, how do you think we feel? How do you think we feel? And you know what? I'm going to bring up a point. That host, your friend is saying, Ajimai, he needs to look at his self-respect and his integrity as the host.
No, doesn't respect him.
Every single time Salimah talks to him, it's disrespectful.
Very much so.
It's very disrespectful.
She will leave the show.
And the man warning, and the kitchen so correct. What are we talking about here? Who's the host?
Come on, man.
That's who's the host? Who is the host? And then guess what? In trying to attack Kwame Yogot on the show, what you did, you also attacked Shatta Wale by saying, Shatta Wale sika or so or winina or say or winina. What did Shatta Wale do to you? Once again. But this is like
my world.
Shatta Wale lives rent free in these people's minds. That's Shatta Wale in the car, that's what I'm saying. If you love me, I go there in your heart.
Yeah.
But if you hate me, I go there in your mind.
Yeah.
He lives rent free in these people's mind because in every situation. That's what I catch up. That's what I catch up, brother Sammy. So before the Shatta Wale cool. We have seen videos.
The ground and lick it back with your tongue.
We saw videos of brother Sammy and Sally at some gospel concert. And there's a video. Nina, you episode even rem. And say my name, maybe I'm blocking.
Oh, Sammy, no better for you, but my person which I say Sammy a principle. Sammy will be nice and sweet with you.
I said, "Friend, I'm going to buy Sammy. I said, by area, you're not going to protect me." In conclusion, I admire what Kwame Yogot is doing. I know it's going to pay a big reward for him in the future. And whatever he said about Stonebwoy and everything like that, they have to understand that it was provoked. He was instigated. He didn't just come out to talk about Stonebwoy. He was doing his own thing, just promoting Shatta Wale.
Are we there?
And so yeah, he can take him on if he needs to, but he should still make sure he's careful when he makes moves. Sally the Chale on the Kasake kid. Nobody really thinks about what they're saying. Listen, brother, I mean, let me be honest with you. What I'm about to say, don't take this one personal, because I know you are in the media. But brother, I mean, let me tell you something. Traditional media is no more relevant. They haven't been relevant like in the past 5 years. I'm telling you for a fact. Because guess what? I don't listen to the radio. Not even in America, I don't listen to the radio.
Okay.
Anything I want, information is right here in my palms. What are we talking about? I go on social media. If I want to stream music, that's where I go to. Traditional media doesn't have anything that they talk about that I'm interested in. And that's a lot of people. And guess what? Traditional media are now on social media.
Yeah.
What you said? Anything that they do, they stream it on social media. They no longer move needles. They get the information from social media. All their topics come from social media.
For real.
So they don't do anything for anybody anymore, bro.
One advice to Salimah. If she wants to really learn, she should go and learn from Nana Banamo. Nana Banamo on Paris. Is she not in the media?
Has she insulted anybody?
Exactly. Oh, sorry. Honestly, she disciplined Michael Kokuman. She disciplined him
professionally.
professionally.
Oh yeah.
Professional fire. Yeah. That was professional fire. That was professional fire. Well, so
I think that on the Kwami Yogot matter, you guys have done justice to it. Anytime someone tries to show love to Shatta Wale, that is when you see some people coming out in the name of, oh, you are like this, you don't have to be here. You are like that, you don't have to be here. It has been the order of the day. But when you know what you are going for, when you decide that this is what you want to do, those statements or those sayings are always at the back of your ears. Now, Kwami Yogot, Ekuban was right when he said, in your bid to respond to fools, sometimes you don't also have to be a fool. Else, when it comes to dragging both of you, you all be dragged into the gutter. So you can respond to them, but respond to them as a wise person. That is what it means. You can respond to fools, but always respond to them as a wise person. The moment you go their route, they go into the gutters with you. So that point is well noted. And on the awards thing, I want to believe that in the near future, Shatta himself will be talking about some of these things and what he intends to do. Though I remember him sharing one post from a guy and he said he'll be a fool to go to the award something. But I'm sure at that time, the understanding the guys projected to him was go and compete. But like I'm saying, I don't even remember the last time Shatta got nominated in an award scheme and he even shared a flyer to vote for me. No, now he doesn't do it. But I still believe that one day he'll be old, one day he'll be dropping mic, and at that time he needs to be celebrated for everything he's done. You know, as humans, as we so as humans as we are, sometimes if you don't feel someone belongs to you, you don't do anything for the person with love. Because you and I, if we are rolling as a group and you move aside and the next day we hear you are having a party, would we come to your party? We won't come. Because you are no more with us, and that is the first side that I see. That okay, one day when he's dropped mic and he's old, like today Ajako Nimo is very old and all those things, will that time be a time to explain? Will that time be a time to now call for unity? No, that time will be too late. But if it is now, at least it helps for the future for us to celebrate him for everything and all that he's done for the industry. Reason I call for that. For Choppenson, it is what it is. He stays where he is when it matters most. The empire. No, Solash, I beg you. Solash does not owe you any explanation. Solash, no. This is what I know. Solash is running his company, and in running his company, he decides who he hires to work with him. So I'm sure that decision is so.
What affects Solash affects us. If Solash, someone hits Solash right now, the whole empire will run after them. So we want to know. We don't want to give any monkey a chance.
No monkey chance.
Yes, because Solash,
But I mean, unfortunately, I have to jump off. But thank you so much for having me, though.
Our time is up, actually. So, Gideon, thank you so much. And Ekuban, thank you so much. It has been awesome. And definitely, we will be doing this from time to time. Let's say, I'll find time if we can do this every Thursday evening like this. We can have something to discuss to help the empire. It is very important. God bless you guys. We will link up again very, very soon. Thank you. For life. Well, so that will be the end of the Caucus meeting today here on Sammy Flex TV with my Caucus members from America and Canada, Ekuban and Gideon. It has been great with you guys. We hope to do this again some other time. Guys, what is your own commentary on the things said? We want to read them from you. It is for the betterment, it's for the growth, it's for the protection of the Shatta movement empire where we all proudly belong. Let me say thanks to Sam Tuga for doing the production, to Theophilus Digos for putting the pieces together. Until then, we shall be meeting again. My name is Sammy Flex. Subscribe to us and let's do more. We're out of here. Salute.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. That beat is real. Don't will make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. For check it. Green select glucometer, check it. Push sugar level, for check it. For check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.